Every research study needs a clear way to understand and explain the world. This is called a theoretical approach. It's like a pair of glasses that helps a researcher see the topic from a certain point of view. Choosing the right approach helps guide what questions to ask, how to collect data, and how to make sense of it. A theoretical approach is mainly used in the literature review or theoretical framework section of a research paper or thesis. This section explains which theory guides the study, why it was chosen, and how it connects to the research questions or hypotheses. Theoretical approaches are used in both qualitative and quantitative research. To develop one, you need to first review past theories related to your topic, then select or build a framework that best fits your research paper or thesis goals. Here are some major approaches. Positivism. Positivism believes that knowledge should come from clear facts and things that can be observed or measured. It treats research a bit like science, focusing on numbers and evidence. For example, a company using a positivist approach might collect sales data and customer feedback to find out what product features increase profit. The focus is on measurable patterns and objective results. Constructivism. Constructivism suggests that people create their own understanding of the world based on their personal and social experiences. There is no single truth. Every person builds meaning in their own way. For instance, consumers in different countries may view the same brand in completely different ways because of cultural experiences. Researchers using this approach explore how people construct these meanings through their surroundings. Pragmatism. Pragmatism focuses on practical results, what actually works in real life. It doesn't stick to one strict method but mixes approaches depending on the situation. For example, a researcher might combine surveys, interviews, and case studies to find out the best strategy for improving customer loyalty. Pragmatism values flexibility and real-world usefulness. Interpretivism. Interpretivism looks beyond numbers and focuses on people's feelings, values, and experiences. It says that to understand human behavior, researchers must learn why people make certain choices. For example, a market researcher might talk to customers to explore why they feel loyal to one brand over another. The goal is to understand emotions and meanings, not just statistics. Symbolic Interactionism. Symbolic Interactionism studies how people create meaning through everyday interactions and symbols. It looks at how gestures, words, or even products carry meaning. For instance, a company logo like the Apple symbol means innovation and creativity to many customers. This approach helps researchers understand how people connect meaning to brands, products, and social behaviors. Critical theory. Critical theory studies power and inequality in society. It aims to uncover hidden systems that give some people or groups more advantages than others. For example, in the workplace, a researcher might study how company policies favor top management while limiting opportunities for entry-level workers. This theory pushes for fairness and social change by questioning who holds power. Feminist theory. Feminist theory focuses on equality across genders. It explores how systems and traditions create unfair advantages or disadvantages for women and marginalized groups. For example, a business researcher might study how pay gaps affect women in leadership roles or how company culture influences gender representation in management. This approach encourages inclusivity and fairness in all sectors. Postmodernism. Postmodernism challenges the idea of one single truth. It says that reality depends on how people interpret it, and there can be many versions of truth. For example, a study on advertising might explore how the same commercial is viewed differently by various audiences. One group may see it as creative, while another may find it misleading. Postmodernism helps researchers see multiple sides of a story. Grounded theory. Grounded theory starts without a fixed idea or hypothesis. Instead, researchers collect data and allow theories to emerge from the patterns they find. For example, a business analyst might interview several small business owners and, after studying their responses, discover new trends about how they adapt to digital marketing. This approach builds theories directly from real-life data. To develop a strong theoretical framework, start by understanding the main problem or question the research aims to solve. Next, explore existing theories related to the topic. To get ideas, read previous research papers on Google Scholar that focus on similar topics and see what theories other researchers have used and how they applied them. For example, in business, theories like stakeholder theory or systems theory can help explain how organizations interact with customers or adapt to market changes. Then, compare how well each theory fits the purpose of the study. The right theory should help explain the why and how behind the issue, connect to previous studies, and offer clear direction for data analysis and discussion. To build the framework step by step, start by listing all key variables and defining them clearly. Then, draw or describe how these variables connect, for example, which one influences another. Support these links with past research or logical reasoning. Theoretical perspectives strongly influence how research is carried out in every step of the process. For example, in sampling, a researcher guided by positivism may select a large, random group of businesses or customers to ensure objective and measurable results. On the other hand, someone using interpretivism might choose a small group of participants, such as loyal customers, to deeply explore their experiences and emotions. When it comes to data collection, the chosen theory also shapes the methods used. A positivist study may rely on surveys, performance reports, or sales statistics to collect clear and measurable facts. A constructivist or symbolic interactionist researcher, however, might use interviews, observations, or focus groups to understand how people give meaning to company culture, branding, or teamwork. In data analysis, the theoretical lens again directs how information is interpreted. Under positivism, researchers use statistics, patterns, and graphs to find relationships among variables such as profit growth or customer satisfaction. Grounded theory researchers, however, sort through interview data to build new theories from patterns that emerge naturally. Finally, in interpretation and findings, theories affect how results are understood and presented. A positivist might conclude with general laws or measurable trends, while a constructivist explains multiple personal viewpoints as equally valid. Critical and feminist theories may highlight issues of power, inequality, or representation, calling for organizational change.